मेरा हाय रे जबरा होए रे जबरा फैन हो गया।
Hi, it's Melanie, MovieMavenGal for Bolly Fools. I saw Allu Arjun's DJ today and I really enjoyed it. If you watched, I saw two of his earlier films, Arya and Arya 2, earlier this week in preparation for watching DJ. I had never seen, I take that back. I saw Rudra Devi, which wasn't really his film, but I wanted to see one where he'd really starred. And I was really amazed by his dancing ability, and I was in Arya 2 especially, and I was looking forward to seeing him on the big screen. He did not disappoint. It was a really fun film, a great mix of comedy and spectacular action, and there were some really nice dances. They weren't all equally great. He danced with Pooja Hegde. I'd only seen her in the film, the historical film with Hrithik Roshan earlier this year that was not so great, and I wasn't really impressed with her then, but she was really funny and a good foil for Allu Arjun and DJ. Their love story is not the main thrust of the film, but it was very enjoyable. I liked how she kind of sent him back on his heels a little bit by giving him a kiss in public on the cheek. And we saw that in the trailer, so I'm not spoiling anything. But anyway, she had a really good chemistry with him, and she's a pretty good dancer too. So they did some really nice dance numbers together. I think my favorite in the first half, he does a dance with his Mundu. I really liked that one. And then in the second half was a real showstopper number where he really showed the kind of unique dance moves like he sort of did in Arya 2 that were really a step above. Some of the other ones were just okay, but you know, it was a shorter film. There was quite a few dance numbers. The plot was not really extra, you know, something super out of the ordinary. He plays a priest and a caterer, vegetarian cooks for weddings and things like that, which is how he meets Pooja's character. He's also a vigilante, and he dispenses his own form of justice. So that was a little jarring sometimes. I realized how bloodthirsty Telugu films can be sometimes, but still, his dancing ability and his acrobatic kind of skills make the action scenes really exciting and really visually cool. Like Arya and Arya 2, Allu Arjun definitely carries most of the film on his shoulders. He has great comedic ability. I really enjoyed the way he switched, sometimes in one phone call with someone, back and forth between the kind of crazy voice he used as the priest and the slick, cool voice as the vigilante. And I know some of the comedy was going over my head because I'm still learning. I don't understand all of the subtleties around the religious you know, things that he was doing, the practices that he was doing, and I could hear other people around me in the theater laughing at things that, you know, really hard, that it was, you know, I wasn't catching everything. It was going over my head. Sometimes comedy is harder to translate and it doesn't all come through in the subtitles, but it was still a really amusing and entertaining script, and I really enjoyed Allu Arjun's performance. I don't remember the name of the actor, but one of the villain's relatives, or whatever part of the villain part, was the same guy who was in Bahubali, the second film. He was the coward in the first half and then, you know, became brave and Bahubali's friend in the second half of the second film. So it was kind of fun seeing him here in a really comedic role opposite Allu Arjun, and they had some really fun scenes together. Allu Arjun just looked so cool, either in the priestly kind of garb or in his snazzy tailored suits. He looked incredible. I kind of like him now that he doesn't have kind of that babyish look that he did in the first Arya. I think he's grown into himself and he looks fantastic. So it was really fun seeing him on the big screen. I'm looking forward to seeing more of Allu Arjun's films. I don't know that I would consider this one the best one. I think still Arya 2 of the 3 of his films that I've seen was better than this, but this one was still quite enjoyable, really fun, maybe 3.5 out of 5 stars. Pretty good catchy music too, so it was fun. I would highly recommend it. Of the two films that came out this weekend, definitely would recommend DJ over Tube Light by a mile. And it was interesting, I saw on Twitter that in the US box office, DJ is the number 11th film out of all the US box office. Now obviously that's helped by here. I don't know if it's the same for you guys in India, but it's a more expensive film the first weekend for a Telugu film here. So it was a $15 ticket. Not quite as expensive as Bahubali, I think was $20 the first weekend, or even the first film, and even more for the second film, more like $33 or $40. So that's part of what makes it higher in the box office ranking here. But from what I read, this has kind of been a surprise in India too, in that obviously Tube Light is expected to be the more successful film. It's a Salman Khan Eid picture, and DJ is running away with it. Highly recommend this film. It's just fun and entertaining, and it was a great afternoon out at the movies. Eid Mubarak to anyone who is celebrating. I hope you had a great weekend.